I don't think people realize how much stress really affects our lives. Hi, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about stress. Stress is killing you, stress is draining you physically, emotionally, mentally. I don't think people realize how much stress really affects our lives. Okay, so why I'm making this video is last semester, because we're on our winter break, but like the semester that just passed now, I had a situation whereby I was dizzy. I felt like throwing up. I actually did throw up. That's how bad it was. And then all these were happening, but the day before I was okay. So when I started feeling sick, I was surprised as to why I was sick. I was confused as to what was happening. And then I went to the nurse's office and she said, "Oh, it might be because you are dehydrated." And when she checked my blood pressure, you guys, it was low. It was low. And then the worst part was, when you sit down and they check your blood pressure, and then when you stand up and they check your blood pressure. So apparently, when I stood up, it dropped, like it was lower than when I sat down. So I was confused as to what was going on with my body. But she told me, oh, I was dehydrated and I should drink more water. So I agreed, and then I went back home. I started drinking water. Like I drank bottles and bottles and bottles of water every day because I needed to feel okay. My exams were coming up. I had a lot to do. I had a lot going on, a lot of things I wanted to do. And then my exams came up. Mind you, when my exams, a day before my exam, I could not study. You guys, it was so bad that I'll be sitting down trying to study and I'll feel so dizzy and I'll have to go home, lay down. Like I was lying down to study. And I felt so unserious because these were my state exams. These were exams that were going to determine my future because I'm my last year. These were exams that were going to determine a lot for me. So imagine how helpless I felt knowing I had to just lie down and study. And then let's be real, when you're lying down to study, you sleep off. So sometimes when I'm lying down, I slept off and I'll wake up. Like, thank God, God would wake me up like 2 hours later or like 3 hours later, and then I'll pick up from where I stopped studying. But I was just so weak. I tried everything. I drank the water. I took vitamin C supplements because I was like, oh, maybe it's the cold, it's a change in weather. I took cold and flu medications because I was like, oh, maybe I'm having flu or maybe it's cold symptoms. I took Panadol, painkillers because my head was aching me so bad. I'm not even like, I felt like maybe my health is just deteriorating. It was so bad. And then guess what? My exams finished because I had back to back exams. So after, I think it was the third exam. So after the third exam finished, guess what? I became okay. I became the best I'd ever been. And it was so surprising because what was going on? I was so confused. But then I realized that it was stress. It was stress. And this is, people don't talk about this enough. I'm a college student right now, but when I used to hear adults talk about how stress, or when I say my uncles or my aunties or my parents or my mom talk about how stress is bad for your health, like it can actually stop you from doing things, it can actually make you so disorganized. I used to be like, oh, really? Because I felt like I'd experienced stress because young age, those stress of like exams or friendships or all those stuff. So I thought I'd experience stress my own way, and then I was like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I can deal with it. But trust me, when you experience real stress, maybe you have experienced it at a young age, maybe you haven't, maybe you that's why you're watching this video, maybe you're experiencing it now. At certain points in your life, you just experience stress because we're human beings, things go on. Mind you, financial challenges also come in. So yes, I also had financial challenges that time. So it was a lot for me. And then I think my mom did tell me it was stress, but I was like, nah, I can't be stressed. But then I realized I was actually going through stress, and stress is dangerous. Like I never want to feel that way I felt ever again in my life. It was bad, you guys. It was so bad. And then stress can even come in different ways, mind you. And this is why I said it's both killing and it's draining. Because yes, you have stress of, oh, I have an exam to read for. You have that kind of stress. And then you have the other kind of stress where it's like, oh, I didn't get a grade I want. What if I fail this class? And then mind you, because for a certain class I take, we write three exams, right? So imagine writing an exam at the beginning of the semester and failing it. That stress that is going to linger in your head throughout that whole semester is going to be crazy because you're going to be like, oh my god, I really need to up my grades. Do you get what I mean? Like that prolonged stress is just going to keep building and building. And imagine you get financial challenges or you get sick. That's even the worst. Then it just keeps building up and building up and building up, and then boom, you don't know what to do with it. So stress just manifests in different ways. It could be physically, it could be emotionally, maybe you're not going through stress because of school. Maybe you're going through stress because you're experiencing a heartbreak right now. Maybe you're experiencing friendship breakup. Maybe you're experiencing financial challenges. That's why you're watching this video. Maybe you're experiencing spiritual challenges. Maybe you're experiencing psychological challenges. You don't know, like human beings could be going through different things, but you never know what anybody's going through. But at the end of the day, everything all leads to stress. Like it just leads to stress and is draining. So why I'm making this video? Yes, is to spread awareness on how important it is for people to know that stress is as dangerous as being physically ill, and we should actually try to take care of ourselves in a way that, yes, when we're going through this stress, we know that we're going through stress, and also to like reduce the pressure on ourselves basically. Yes, I know it's hard. Trust me, been there, done that. I've gone through all of them. All the forms of the reasons as to why stress of course I've gone through all of them. The financial challenges, the heartbreak, the friendship breakup, the school stress, every single thing. But I'm making this video to just tell you things that after that my incident that occurred, yes, I went through other stressful events. So I'm just going to tell you things that I feel you should do when you go through this. So just calm your body, or things that you should start doing now so that when that time comes is more bearable for you, and then you don't fall into a state that you can fall out of basically. First of all, let's talk about the signs. Some of the signs that you're actually stressed: headache, and I know headache could occur because of other things like migraine and all that. But like you guys, this kind of headache is like, for me, mine was like, it felt like a tension kind of headache, like a band was all over my head and it was literally squeezing it. Normally, I already have bad headaches, but this one felt like there was no solution. Like even the painkillers were not working. That's the number one sign of stress: headache, dizziness. When you feel weak, when you feel fatigue, don't try. See, when you feel weak and dizzy, don't try and overwork your body, because being weak and dizzy means that either your blood pressure is low, and imagine your blood pressure being low and you're still doing heavy tasks like carrying heavy loads. That doesn't work. Imagine putting a bag of cement on a fragile chair, on a chair that one of his legs are broken. Imagine doing that. The chair is going to collapse, the chair is going to break, the chair is going to fall. That's what you're doing to yourself when you're dizzy and stressed, and you're going to overwork yourself. Yes, I know maybe you may be stressed about financial challenges, and then you have to overwork yourself to get that money. But I just want to tell you that you should probably do it like you can sit down and do it from your laptop, or you can try and lighten the burden. Maybe try and get enough sleep during the night so that the next day you go work. But don't overwork yourself, because at the end of the day, it's your life that matters. Stress comes and go. Stressful events come and go. You can't overwork yourself in a way that you end up like collapsing or something like that, And then what was the whole point of doing all this? Imagine collapsing and going to the hospital and then adding more hospital bills to yourself. What was the point of all that? Do you get what I mean? Like, I know people go through stressful events, but don't overwork yourself when you feel dizzy. I'm specifying when you feel dizzy or fatigue. Don't be like, oh, it's going to go away. Mm-mm, it won't go. You are going to faint, and we don't need that happening. We really don't want that happening. Another sign and symptom is overthinking. So when you just find yourself overthinking every single time, like, oh, what am I going to eat today? Or oh, what grade am I going to get? Or oh, when the money I'm going to get, how will I divide it to pay up my bills? Or oh, why did that boy treat me that way? Or oh, is he talking to someone else? Or oh, why are my friends talking behind my back? All that all those overthinking is signs that you are leading yourself to stress. And that's something I just want to say. I've reached a point in my life where I try to reduce the way I overthink. Like for certain things I can't control, I don't try to think about them. I'm not going to lie. Like this might be crazy, you guys. But for things like relationship wise and friendship wise, those two things I promised myself that I never was going to stress about them again in my life. So it's like, oh, if you want to do something, do it, no problem. But you're not going to make me kill myself because trust me, I've gone through all that and I'm telling you it's not worth it. I'm not going to put too much of my energy into a situation that I know I don't deserve. Because like at the end of the day, it's just you overworking yourself, overworking your brain. And that thing is bad. Like is a crazy situation to be in. So don't put too much thoughts. Like don't be like, oh, what if he's texting another girl? And so what? If he's texting another girl, leave him to text her. If you like, let him text her today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, forever. All you is just pack up your bags and leave. Because you don't want to be in a situation whereby that thing stresses you out and then you have another stressful situation, like you have your books, like you have school to think about, or you have bills to think about, and you're adding bills, school, and a man to your stress. Like, you don't want, I know it's not as easy as I say, and I know it takes a lot for some people to learn how to rewire your brain to not put your energy in situations or your energy in situations you don't deserve. I know it takes a lot to do that, but I'm now that these are things you should try to start doing basically. And then, or like friendship wise, like imagine being in a friend group and then you're stressing yourself over them going out every single time and they don't include you in their plans. Then don't include them in your plans. Move on with your life. Because I feel like there are other things that might come your way that you need to put your mind to, not these other situations that don't deserve you, basically. Don't stress yourself about those things. Financial challenges, yes, you could think about it a lot because that's your life. Like imagine not paying your bills and they chase you out of your house. That's a different thing. You could think about that. But for friendship, for relationships that you know you can find better out there, you know you could find better people, people that will even pour into you, then leave those ones that don't pour anything into you. Go and focus on yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but like I hope this just the first step is realizing this. And then once you realize that, you could always like seek therapy help or watch other videos on how to slowly detach yourself from these situations. So that's what I'm saying. For something like school, yes, I'm going to think about school because like these are my grades. If I don't pass school, I don't get to be, imagine you're studying to be a doctor, you don't get to be a doctor. And then what if your goal to be a doctor was to save lives, was to also obviously you're going to earn money from that occupation. So boom, you drop out of school, you don't end up being a doctor. You don't end up saving those lives you wanted to save. So what was the point? You don't end up earning that money. So now you're not earning that money and then you're having financial challenges. And the reason you didn't end up doing well in school was because you were thinking a lot about a guy stressing you out. Do you get what I mean? I just mean that there are levels to this. That you should think about it. There are some stressful situations that are for yourself that you need to like there is no going out of some stressful situations that you know 100% these things are going to affect your life. Put priorities matter. Put those situations first and don't bother yourself with other situations that don't matter. That in the next 10 years, don't bother yourself with situations that if you walk out of now, in the next 10 years, you'll probably be flourishing better than you were in that situation. We're going to talk about how to help yourself if you are going through a stressful situation. So something that really worked for me was meditation. Crazy as it sounds, many people say meditation doesn't work for them, but meditation works so well. You just have to learn. So something a trick to do in meditation is that focus on your breathing, right? So it's like focus on the air going in and out of your nostrils, not even your lungs. Focus on the air just going in and out of your nostrils. And then do that for like a whole 5 minutes. You could use YouTube channels if you want, but sometimes I could do it either with YouTube channels or not. And then when you do that, it brings back the focus of your mind to the present, to reality. Like it helps you not to overthink and helps your mind not to wander in different places throughout the whole day. It just makes you focus on being in the present moment. That will and helps you calm down. It does a lot for you. I that really helped me. Another thing is no, you guys, this is number one thing. Prayer. Pray to God. I'm not even joking. Sometimes I be going through situations like, oh, when I was in a stressful relationship, I prayed and told God, like, oh no, when I left the relationship, you know, that whole heartbreak and the pain and everything. I told God, I was like, God, please, I need you to heal me. I can't be going through this. I need you to heal my heart. Take this pain away. And I'm not even joking. He did his thing. He took that pain away. So prayer, pray to God. If you're going through financial challenges, pray to God. God, please help me earn money. Explain your situation to him. Explain that I have nowhere to go to. I have nowhere to live again if I'm being chased out of my house. Explain your situation to God. If you are going through school difficulties, tell God, God, I'm trying. I've been reading, I've been studying, but nothing seems to stick. I've been whenever I go to exam hall, I know I don't end up getting the scores I want. Just explain it to him and tell him, oh, please, I really need help. I need you to show me a way. Maybe is like show me a YouTube channel that could explain tips for me to like learn how to study better, or it could be like bring someone my way, someone that will mentor me or teach me the ways on how to do well in a class. Something as simple as that. So yeah, just pray to God. That's the number one tip. Then meditate. Rest. Get your full 8 hours of sleep. Trust me. Whenever you're going through stressful situations, I know it sometimes it might be hard to sleep, but just try. Try and rest. You might not even be sleeping, you might just be laying down on your bed. But just try and like lay your body down to calm yourself. You could also do self-care. Sometimes doing self-care helps. Like if you have the energy to, you could like self-care could be as small as treating yourself to your nice meal. Maybe you love ice cream. Go out one day and buy yourself that ice cream. Maybe for you is doing your skincare. Then do your skincare. Maybe for you is cooking your favorite meal. Cook your favorite meal and eat. If it's watching your favorite show, watch your favorite show. If it's going on TikTok, go on TikTok. Anything that's just relaxing for you to do, do so that at that moment, trust me, like it might be small, it might be a small amount of time, but that time your body is resting. Your body is releasing endorphins, which are like happy hormones, and that goes a long way to help you. Also, you should always check in with yourself. Talk to yourself. Like, what's going on? Why am I going through this? What's the way I could help myself? You could also journal it down. Just so that all doing all this helps to find solutions. Trust me, it does. When you're talking to yourself, when you're journaling down, I'm not saying like overthink. I'm saying actually talk to yourself. How be like, oh, how can we help ourselves right now? That helps. Journal it down. Talk to yourself. If you like, talk loud to yourself. Let people think you're crazy. At the end of the day, what they think doesn't matter. It's just you that matters right now. So you could do that. And you could also ask for help. You could go to therapy sections. Trust me, those things work. If you need that therapy, go for it because these are professionals. Sometimes you can't do it on your own, and that's why you need professionals. So if you need a therapy section, then go for it. And then, yes, I just want to let you know that if you're going through a stressful situation, time heals. Like in the next 5 years, you might not be going through that same thing. So please just take care of yourself now because your life matters a lot. Your physical, mental, emotional well being matters a lot. I just want to tell you that because I've gone through it and I don't want anyone going through that or having to bear all that alone. So, yes, please take care of yourself and I hope this video helps you. If it does, please let me know. And if you need clarification on any other things, please let me know in the comment section. And then yes, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you do like this video. And then remember to share this video with anyone you think might be going through a stressful situation. And then subscribe if you want to see more of me and turn on your notifications. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.